What's up, guys? Today I'm going to do the 5 easiest foot plant tricks. These have to be easy because I've got a sprained ankle right now and I'm bad at foot plants in general, even when I'm healthy. All right, so these are going to be the easiest, not the coolest by any means. So number 1, this is not even really a foot plant. It's just dropping in with one foot planted and the other foot on the board. So I do this on a lot of bigger ramps. This side is really short, but kind of a little bit steeper than the other side. So it might be a little bit harder, but I'm just basically putting my front foot on like this. And then at first you kind of want to even set your wheels down and push off with your back foot, but I'm just letting myself kind of fall into the ramp. I'm gonna move over to this side so my lapel mic doesn't cut off, but also I just think this side's a little bit better. So yeah, I'm just putting my front foot on and kind of jumping in. So like I said, this can be scary at first. That's why at first you're kind of sitting it down and just pushing it. You want to try this on a small, mellow ramp like this, you know, because it can be intimidating at first. You don't want to just jump right in. If you're on a bigger ramp and you just jump right in like that, you might get hurt, you know? It's a little bit scary. It's also kind of hard to make this look cool. Sometimes I tap it, like, I never really learned this as a trick. I learned this as just a way to get into the ramp, you know? This one just kind of came naturally to me. I wanted to get into the ramp without having to drop in every time. So I don't remember learning this. I just always kind of did it. Ooh, I just realized jumping onto my front foot right now with a sprained ankle kind of hurts. So these might be done kind of slow. All right, so the next easiest one, way easier than a sweeper or anything like that, is when you jump off with your front foot, keep your back foot on, hold the nose, and then jump to the tail. It's not too bad because you can do it as slow as you want. You're just jumping off for a second and then jumping back onto the tail. Since you're going to the tail, it's not scary by any means. So after that, the third thing I'm going to talk about is kind of the same thing, except you're stepping off with your front foot forward and the board behind you. So with this one, you still got your back foot on the board, but it's behind you rather than in front of you, and you're jumping to the tail stall the other way. So yeah, that's kind of the same thing. You're just doing it the opposite way. So next, I want to talk about sweepers. I hate sweepers. You know those guys who just do sweepers all the time, and they're so good at them, but it's the only trick they do, and they like lay down and do them and do all these crazy things. I'm not one of those guys. I don't know how anyone drops in on vert or like really deep, like more than 14 foot over vert like this. To me, that is so much scarier than doing like a rock and roll or something like that on vert. I don't know how anyone does it. All right, so with the sweeper, you're coming out of the ramp, you're planting your back foot instead of your front foot. Your front foot is on the board. When you come out, you turn it with your hand. You keep your front foot kind of sideways on the deck. You put the tail over on the coping, and then you push off with your back foot and drop in. You just jump onto the board. So your front foot's already on there, you jump on with your back foot. You don't just like jump on and then drop in. You like jump into the ramp, sort of. It's a very weird trick to me. I don't like them, but I will do a few. I just remembered, bonelesses and no complies would count as foot plants. I like bonelesses. So with a boneless, you're grabbing the middle of the board Indy. It's easier if you got rails. I really wish I had some right now. You're taking your front foot off, planting it on the ground, jumping. You could do this in a ramp. You could do this on flat ground. And then as you jump, you put your front foot back on. You can do this as slow as you want. And that's why it's an easy trick. You can just basically step off the board with your front foot, grab the middle of the board, jump, put your front foot back on, put it down, and you did a boneless. After that, you just kind of do it a little bit faster, do it moving, and it starts to look better. All right, so I'm bleeding a little bit now, but basically what I was doing there is I was coming out of the ramp, putting my back foot down, and then just throwing the board around and catching either the truck or the tail, and then just doing that drop in like I was doing before. Out of this ramp, you can do foot plants and then come out. You could do like a Benihana foot plant, or you could do the one where you grab the middle of the board. You guys are gonna have to help me out with these tricks. All right, all you guys out there with long hair who listen to metal all the time and just do foot plants in ramps all day, tell me what all this stuff is called. Tell me how to actually do a sweeper without just like laying it into the ramp and pushing off the deck. Explain that to me, because that's just how I do sweepers. So what is this called? Bean plant? Is that what this is called? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, you can do them. You can take your front foot off and leave your back foot on, grab the nose out of the ramp here, jump out, stuff like that. I used to be able to do actual straight Benihanas out of here when I was 140 pounds and right out of high school, but you guys got to hold me to that. Maybe I'll be able to do them again someday. All right, so that's the foot plants I've got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching. I've got a lot more videos like this to come, so stay tuned for that.